Done with Bamfomania, folks. The world's greatest freestyle, rap, and comedy podcast. If the beat drops while you're talking about it, you got to rap about it. If you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe, leave a comment. Go to patreon.com/Done with Bamfomania. $5 a month, support the show. R.I.P. Rich Homie Quan.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Lifestyle.
There's not a ton of information out about the cause of death. There is speculation that it is overdose related.
What else would it be?
I don't want to put that out there. You know, I can't believe he's only 34, bro. That guy's barely older than us.
Right, and he was killing it fucking 5 years ago.
I know it is unfortunate.
Also, when Young Thug says, "I did a lot of shit to live this here lifestyle," he wasn't talking about prison. He was talking about fucking bitches and getting money.
He might get out of prison. He might not go to prison.
There's a line in that song where he goes, "I ain't fuck a bitch, she can't even get me hard," or something like that, like implying that he's gay or something. It sounds like a very gay line.
Well, he does. I think he is dropping little breadcrumbs in there, but that's just to make people uncomfortable. I think it's almost like an alpha move to like
act gay.
You make yourself gay to like tempt someone to call you gay, and then you can beat the shit out of them. You know what I mean? I genuinely think that exists in some people's brains.
It's like inception of gayness. There's layers.
Gayception.
I mean, he wore dresses when everybody was like, when all the old heads were getting pissed at modern hip hop, it was the Young Thug wave that they were mad at. Like, if you've seen that meme of like, it's like Fat Joe and then Luda and then Eminem and then Young Thug. And
I love how you can't even talk about Rich Homie Quan's death without just immediately shifting the conversation to Young Thug. R.I.P. Rich Homie Quan. Yeah, you know he's gone, but Young Thug, yo, the trial's on. We gotta keep him here, he's alive and well. We don't wanna send him to prison or go to hell, no.
I don't wanna send Young Thug to prison. Yeah, I got 20/20 vision. I'm thinking about the future, yeah, it got me smitten. Yeah, you know me, I knew that it was written.
It was written in the motherfucking history books that the mother slime game YSL you took to court just to sue and take them all to prison. But that's not it, you know that YSL is always winning.
Yo, hopefully they don't look at my raps and use them to counter-attack against me and put me to do 23, 25 to life. Yeah, I ain't feeling really nice.
Yo, not 23, no, but if they gave me a plea, I might be like YSL Woody and spill the beans.
Can you turn the beats up a little bit?
Yes.
I turned them down too. No, I turned them down too low this week.
Okay, yeah.
Because I was afraid of them being too loud.
That can be arranged.
I also, if you go through, like, if you Google Rich Homie Quan and just like try to figure out why he died, all of the, like, I think this happens in journalism where one article comes out and then every other news source. Yeah, look at this. If you just, where's the news articles? There should be like right there. It says, all of them say this. Don't click on it. It says, the Atlanta rapper known for the trap jams, or Rich Homie Quan, Type of Way, or one of these titles is Quavo and Offset have good convo after Rich Homie Quan's death. What kind of fucking title is that? Or no, the title that I keep seeing similarities around is the NPR title right here that says Rich Homie Quan, a hitmaker who helped rap evolve. Like, all the titles, like, after they say his name, say something along the lines of like melodic rapper or rapper who was instrumental in Atlanta sound. Like, they keep on having to clarify who he is, because I think a lot of people who are like I think a person who is like recently coming into like rap music probably doesn't know who Rich Homie Quan is.
I 100% agree, because it didn't he have like he had like a group with Young Thug that was kind of like both of their like jumping off points.
Like Rich Gang?
Yeah, it was. I think it was. Yeah, Rich. I couldn't remember what it was called. I thought it was maybe
and then
Money Gang.
And then Birdman was just creepily standing in the background being like, I do this from Miss Gladys, boy.
Birdman is such a remnant of like 90s industry hip hop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's like the Suge Knight that didn't go to prison for murder. You know what I mean?
Because he's
like,
too weak.
That old school type of business mindset. And
right.
I'm honestly surprised, like, because he's that great that interview where he's like, put some respect on my name or whatever. And obviously that didn't work out that well for him. But just that, you watch a guy like that act like that, and you're like, oh, okay, this guy does mean business. It is a funny video, but
it reveals how unfunny and unchill he is.
Yes.
Like, he has this very serious perception of himself, which I get it. Like, if you put on Drake, Nicki Minaj, and Lil Wayne, I would probably develop an ego as well.
But you know, like, the roster at Young Money was like 12 artists, and only 3 of them were actually any good or sold.
Well,
any
still,
records.
but if you look at if you think of the stats of that, like, if 3 of them are like some of the most record-breaking hitters of all time.
But one could argue that if you were to average out their friggin' roster, like,
it's only 20% success rate.
And if you didn't count the outliers.
Oh, what about Tyga? Tyga's another pretty good one.
Well, no, but here's the thing. Tyga is kind of one of the briefly escaped the unknown zone of being under Young Money, because people don't respect Tyga.
No, he just like he did 7,000 features in a span of 5 years. And now they remember who he is, but I don't think that he's for the kids. Not anymore. If you're born in like 2004, maybe you're familiar with him for...
Yo, R.I.P. to Rich Homie Quan, yeah, Young Money, Rich Gang, you see, he's over there in heaven counting, stacking, and if he's a Muslim, he's probably got virgins.
R.I.P. my boy Quan. Yo, I'm super depressed that he's gone. And I remember when he made that half a song with Lil Dicky. Yeah, that shit was not real icky.
Honestly, yo, R.I.P. to Rich Homie. Yeah, I wish that he was still here with me, because we would go down and hang at the beach. Me and Rich Homie Quan, yeah, you know, we get it on.
I'm super pissed because we don't really know the cause of death. And we're both assuming it's opiates, but that's not the best thing for us to depict on September 7th. I'm pissed because, like, literally tomorrow it's going to be like, oh, he fucking died from fentanyl.
Yeah.
But we can't speak on exactly what happened right now, which is going to make this whole podcast irrelevant for a week.
One could argue even making the assumptions might be a little in poor taste.
Man, if I'm right, we're both assuming. It's just, why would a 34-year-old rapper who wasn't shot die?
Shit, I need to plug my fuck. Oh wait, there's a charger down here. Yo, you think you can reach the USB-C down there? And
where the fuck is it?
It's down there, bro. Just look for it and grab it.
Okay.
It's right there, plugged into the charging port. Yeah. Because it isn't in the same vein as what we are kind of talking about. Blueface is beginning his prison sentence today. You know, this is hip hop news, folks. We're getting into the nitty gritty. You know what kind of show it is. We comedy freestyle rap. We're talking about hippity hoppity,
Blueface,
rappity.
known for having other women tattoo his face on their face.
Yes, and I did have an article here. Yeah, so I honestly wasn't even sure. I knew that I think it had something to do with guns, but the lowdown on his new life in lockout. So he's going to be going to prison for 4 years.
Is this the article?
Yes, this is it. TMZ.
Let me see. You know, he looks like shit with his hair grown out.
Dude, he needs a fade so bad. Someone get this dude a barber in prison. What the hell? I guarantee you there's I guess they can't really have sharp objects. How do you get your hair?
I think there's like a hair salon. Go back to the photo. Go back to the photo, because he looks also like he's put on at least 20 pounds. Or maybe he's just bloated.
No, he's definitely, that's the thing, you know, people get.
No, you go to prison and then you eat.
Yeah. And you get a little fat. Okay, so this was so this is, I can figure out where Blueface stomps, kicks, and punches club bouncer. Okay, so he's going to prison for 4 years
assault.
for brutally beating up a bouncer at a club. And 3 other guys jumped the dude too. It's incredibly brutal and disturbing, according to
dude. Why would, like, as a fucking popular, successful rapper, why would you yourself engage in the act of violence? Like, you should have like a couple of goons in your fucking squad taken the fall for this kind of shit.
Do you remember that guy went on Joe Rogan after he was released from prison after 30 years of a false thing or whatever?
Oh, yeah, I remember.
And then he went and murdered someone. So sometimes you just can't take the fight out of the dog. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, I didn't realize that this dude did 30 years of a false conviction and then went and committed an actual murder.
I think it was actually the crime didn't fit the punishment. I think he did actually do something fucked up.
Oh, but he didn't deserve 30 years.
Yeah, it was one of those things. The point is he got out and then killed him. It's like, okay, what the hell? And Joe Rogan had him on his podcast espousing his
innocence,
morality and whatnot.
Damn, dude. Well, he's also, this is the other thing, Blueface is doing 4 years in a prison in Central California, which I don't know if you guys are tapped in with the fucking prison content online. Apparently Cali prison is the worst prison. Like Cali prison is like race wars. You stick with your kind. They're all, you ride or die with your fucking people.
He certainly doesn't seem like a pussy. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, he's going in for being violent,
and he used to do like celebrity boxing events and stuff. So I imagine he will be fine. You know, like it's only 4 years. You know, he'll be
some shit can go down in 4 years.
I just think it's insane how he managed to stay so relevant. It's almost like props to Blueface, because he really only had the one song, and then everything after
Tatiana?
everything after that was just him being weird on the internet, like filming himself. And he started that. He basically revived the bad girls clubs, got a bunch of girls that were very drunk, got them in his house so that they would fucking kick and punch, and then he fucking filled that shit, put it online, and made some bucks.
Ain't nothing like a rapper shifting into making content. Yeah, this world, it's the advent of content creator rappers. Yeah, you know, they used to be some fappers. Whoa.
Bro hasn't even dropped a song in like 4 years, but we still know his name. Yeah, he's on the internet every time that I see him. Yo, I get regret because it's the most ignorant shit I've ever seen.
Hasn't dropped a song in like 4 years. This dude's getting fucking paid off reels. He's straight up chilling. It gives me the chills. He don't gotta be in the studio making hills.
You can just go on OnlyFans, find his show. Yo, I forget what it's called. Bad Girls, bro. It's the same vein. Yo, it's a bunch of drunk hoes fighting and kissing and kicking and
That's so confusing, watching boobies, and then I'm like, oh, let me watch the Blueface show real quick. If you're on OnlyFans and you're just kind of scrolling through like porn, and then all of a sudden it's like a podcast.
Better than Blue Waffle, right? Blueface. You don't get the Blue Waffle reference, bro?
I'm sorry.
That's an old internet thing. Okay, you got the Blue Waffle? No, don't bring it up. Don't pull it up. Don't pull it up. Actually, you know what? Pull it up.
Okay, yeah, pull it up.
Why don't you Google Blue Waffle? Because it's been so long. I wonder if it would even pop up.
If it's been removed from the internet.
Yeah, because this is like early 2000s internet shit. And I go to images.
Imágenes. It's an actual blue waffle.
That's what I'm saying. Google
doesn't get it?
Yeah.
Do you want to explain it, or you want to let it go?
It was just it was like a edited picture of a vagina that was made to look really gross and disgusting and like moldy and blue and whatnot. But it wasn't real, but it was meant to be like, this is a disease that a woman can get in her vagina, and it's called the blue waffle.
And it's just made up.
And it was just an internet thing, in the same vein as like lemonparty.com. People would be like, hey, you should check out lemonparty.com. And you're like, that sounds like an innocent internet. Yeah. And you type it in, and it's just four old men fucking. Yeah.
I don't like that. That's no good.
That's funny how it was all porn was what went viral back in the day. Not Costco guys or whatever, you know. It was just, hey, did you hear about the 2 girls 1 cup? Jesus Christ, my guy.
I just think it's funny when a hard ass rapper ends up making content, because making content is the least hard thing.
And it's also like, it's content that does not appeal to men. That whole like I can't let me figure out what
it's for children. Yeah.
Well, I think that I don't think men would find the show where all these women are competing over Blueface entertaining. That's a show for ladies, right? I imagine.
Yeah, like The Bachelorette or some shit like that is for ladies too. Yeah, but I do think those clips are funny on YouTube, and also, you know what it is too? If it's all Tatianas. then there is some eye candy element to it.
He's basically taking the there was this show, I think it was on BET. It might have been VH1, but it was called Bad Girls Club, and it was just this, but there was no man they were competing over.
They're just fighting each other.
So all Blueface did to change the formula was introduce himself into the equation, but the Bad Girls Club was literally, let's take the most ratchet ladies, the most attitude-filled gals, and toss them into a house and living together and just see what happens. And it was very popular and very toxic.
Is this them right here?
Yeah, the Bad Girls Club.
This
is a black lady sketch show. What is Jostin? Come on,
dude. You're on the wrong. Oh, I think he just was on images and then he clicked on the wrong one. But maybe the first.
No. It's because he typed in Black Girls Club. It's Bad Girls Club, my guy.
I mean, they are black.
Nah, man, there's some Latinos there for sure.
There's some Latinas. You can tell that this is an older show because they're all slim. Nowadays, the Blueface show is full of thick BBLs and like 200 plus ladies.
Yeah.
Like you can tell that this show is from 2003 or maybe a little bit later. But I don't think thick became a thing until
they are a little more skinny mini.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was on BET, but it's actually Oxygen, which is even crazier.
Even worse, yeah.
Like Oxygen is television for women, if I'm not mistaken.
But Oxygen is spelled with a Y.
Is
that how you actually spell oxygen?
There's a Y in Oxygen, my man.
I don't know how to spell oxygen.
We are dumb, folks.
Dude. I remember when electric cars were starting to come out, and there was this other parallel renewable technology that was developing called it was hydrogen cars, and apparently you run a car on hydrogen and all it produces is water,
and you can drink it afterwards.
I think it's like clean water that comes out of it, and I thought that's a no-brainer. Why aren't we running everything on hydrogen? Hydrogen cars, they go hella hard, and apparently they don't leave the earth scarred. They're actually way better for the planet. Yeah, you know I wanna really go and invest.
What happened to the hydrogen? Yo, it's a conspiracy theory. Goddamn, bro. Elon Musk take all the hydrogen cars, throw them in a truck, take them to the dump, bury them. Who gives a fuck?
I'm super biz. I don't wanna drive cars made by Elon. Yeah, you know I'm living life and I'm fucking gone. Off the Dom Perignon in my hydrogen whip. Yeah, I'm driving super fast, it's making me sick.
I don't want an electric car, no, I want that hydrogen. Woo! If you see me, yo, I'm burning rubber and I'm gone, my friend. Yo, you can be behind me, yo, you will never be in front of them. I'm in my hydrogen car, man, you know I convert water from oxygen.
Whipping into hydrogen, beamer, ripping heaters. I think it was just too expensive to extract the water from the hydrogen. But I think the idea is water goes into the car. They pull hydrogen out and then water comes back out. It's like insanely convenient, but it was not efficient enough as electricity. But I'm just scared. Have you heard of the...
Put a little Mio in your gas tank beforehand.
Yeah, caffeine.
Yeah.
It's like NOS. I've heard that the grid can't handle what we're doing to it.
You're talking about this podcast specifically.
Yeah. This is draining the grid. The AC we're running, and then on top of that, our cars are charging outside. I wish. No, like the electric car shit, we don't have the electric infrastructure to fucking... Why isn't there fucking solar panels all over this fucking building?
Well, eventually. There's a ton of... What they're doing is they're taking parking lots, and they're building, like... They double as shade for cars, but then it's also
solar panels.
And I think that's smart. Let's do it that way.
Okay. So that's chill, but then we have nowhere to store the electricity, like because the grid can't.
We need a million power banks.
We need more
off from Amazon.com. We'll get the big thick ones.
Got to get
plug
Anchor
them all
involved.
into there.
No,
yeah, Anchor. What if Anchor like runs
saves the world
in 10 years? Anchor's running everything. I thought about this the other day. Within 5 years, there's going to be a movie about the lo-fi hip-hop girl and her cat. Guaranteed.
Yeah, it's made in Japan.
It's going to, because, everyone's desperate for IP. Like, they're making that. Did you see the trailer for the Minecraft movie? It looks fucking horrible, man.
No,
like,
I haven't seen
Why
that.
not just make it look like how Minecraft actually looks? That makes sense to me.
Right, but if the target audience for the film is 9-year-olds, then
I don't think 9-year-olds are gonna fuck with it, Loki. And also, Minecraft isn't just for 9-year-olds. You know, like
I got you. There's adults playing. Dude, I have to piss so bad. Is there any way you can ramp?
Yeah,
for a
why
second?
not? Why not? Yo, Justin's got a microphone.
Okay,
Have you ever played Minecraft, my guy?
Yeah, you know, like went to the Underworld and everything. You know that.
I think I only ever played it one time on a friend's computer, and it seemed cool, but I can't play a game that doesn't have an end goal. You know what I mean? Like, there's no campaign, really. You're just building shit. Is there a point to it? Like,
well, you can usually add like mods to it and stuff. Like, if you really wanted to like make a mission, you can add like dungeons to it.
So the appeal comes from like the sandbox potential.
Yeah. Basically.
I really want to add a mod to Fallout that allows me to sprint, because I'm slow as fuck in that. Like,
you can't sprint in Fallout?
You can't sprint in Fallout.
What?
It's so stupid. And half of the game is walking. Like, you have to go once you discover a location, you can fast travel. But until that, you have to literally walk across the entire map to get to the place. And there's no cars that you can drive there to make it more convenient. Anyway,
I don't like walking, so that's why I don't play that game.
We got to the bottom of Minecraft and whatnot. It's really just, do your own thing. It's like playing Legos, I guess. I'd rather just play Legos.
My bonus kid is on the Roblox tip, not Minecraft.
That's the thing. It's kind of strange that Roblox was around before Minecraft.
Yeah.
But then they kind of stole Minecraft's swag with their online game, because I'm pretty sure the Roblox game is kind of similar to Minecraft in a way. At least aesthetically, I know it is.
I mean, I can't tell the difference.
This looks insane. Because the sheep in Minecraft would not look like that.
Right. Could I be on? I mean, if I was on acid, maybe this is fun. Why is this an article in Forbes? Like, this is on Forbes.
Well, it's
the Minecraft movie looks like a soulless neon abomination, the stuff of nightmares. Is that Jason Momoa?
Yeah, they got Jason Momoa in a humiliation ritual. We got to dress him up in a pink.
Yep, and a fat black lady.
Hillary Clinton over here.
It looks really disturbing.
I'm surprised that both of the kids are white. They should. I can't believe.
Nah, that kid's Mexican.
Yeah, that kid's last name is Garcia.
Yeah, I'm white presenting, but I'm Mexican, so I get it in everywhere I do business. Yeah, that's how it is, my friend. It's so great being white presenting. Yeah, dinner's on my plate.
Ain't nothing like being a white Mexican. Cause I get to experience the retail privilege. But then when I go to apply to colleges, I get to tell them my last name's Hernandez.
Yeah, I speak Spanish and you are surprised. You wouldn't be surprised if there was sun in my eyes. If I was a little browner, you would not be astounded. But I just opened my mouth and now you're all on the ground.
I'm so white, but I'm from Mexico. Yeah, your ancestors, they sought out the gold. But I'm living my life with big goals. Cause I'm white and it's possible.
I'm a white presenting Mexican. So everything I do is oh so grand.
Yeah.
It's oh so grande. What can I say? It's so nice to be white presenting.
That was perfecto.
Nice. Odale.
No, the beat was fucking Latino too. That was like insane, dude. Oh my! I can't believe Justin's not freaking out right now.
Why did he use firing guns in the air?
I guess he's Guatemalan, so who cares?
Arriba.
There we go. Hell yeah.
Is Jack Black in this bullshit too? There he is. Okay, of course he is.
He's like the main guy.
I don't get how they think that, because they did the same thing with the Mario movie. They put Jack Black as Bowser. And he sang that.
I thought that was well casted, though.
Well, no, I think that's well casted, but the kids don't give a fuck about Jack Black. You and I give a fuck about Jack Black,
right?
But 19-year-olds don't give a shit, or 12-year-olds don't give a shit about Jack Black. They don't remember School of Rock or fucking Nacho Libre. Like, this shit to them, he's just a weird old fat guy.
No, it does seem like that is the millennial draw is tossing Jack Black in this thing, but I don't know. I'm not really plugged in with the kids, so maybe they do really like Jack Black, kind of like how we liked Jack Black.
I guess they have the internet, so they can be aware of things. Like, I, for some reason, when I was 12, really got into fucking Michael Jackson.
Yeah, and that's that must have just been the internet, because he was like dead at that point.
I think he died. I remember when he died.
Yeah, he might have lived a couple more years.
I was on a plane from Europe to the U.S., and when I arrived in Dallas, I remember the TVs was like Michael Jackson has just been pronounced dead.
No, I think it's almost like 9/11.
Yeah.
Where were you when Michael Jackson died? No, that's funny. I think it might have been like when we were 14 or 15. I feel like that.
I do recall.
tracks.
Yeah, I do recall. But he was weird for the last couple of years. It was
Yeah, he was barely.
took
he
a
was just
twist.
shambling around, tired, a tired shambling man.
Being wealthy would probably be a problem for me, just be like that amount of wealth, because you can just put everything in place to where you're just being taken to interviews and being fed, and like you could just be fucked up permanently, and you're not at risk of like losing your wealth.
Would you take $100,000 a week to spew Russian propaganda?
Probably.
You heard about the Tenet media scandal that broke this week?
No, fill me in.
So an ex-employee of Tenet Media kind of spilled the beans on how they're being paid by the Kremlin out in Russia to present subliminal Russian propaganda. And there's not most of the people on Tenet Media I had never heard of, but there are a couple of big ones.
Who?
Dave Rubin
Don't know.
and Tim Pool. These are both like big alt-right guys.
Okay, that's why I haven't heard of him.
And so there's this sort of meltdown going on in that sort of neck of the woods where people, the type of folks who would listen to alt-right media, they're already pretty conspiracy-brained. So I'm interested to see how these people come back from that, because right now Dave Rubin and Tim Pool are in major damage control mode.
Sure.
They're like, we had no idea we're victims of this. We would never be Russian propagandizers or whatever the term is.
Yeah.
But it's such a sweet thing.
It's like when Tucker Carlson fell, and like,
But then he came back bigger than ever,
well,
unfortunately.
it just came out that he actually didn't like Trump, and he was like, they had those recordings, and then you're right, he did come back stronger than ever. Speaking of that, I think it's the third link. It's an Instagram. No, not the reel. It's the second one. Sorry. Here you go. For the listeners.
Is this Russell Brand praying?
I
New-
don't think it's a video. It's just a.
No, it's just a photo.
It's Russell Brand praying with Tucker Carlson?
and Russell Brand is also barefoot.
It's that Messiah complex, bro.
Barefoot in public is so annoying. Like, people that we went to college did this. They'd be walking around barefoot. Like, I don't need shoes or
It's
prisons of the feet, man.
It's so crazy to me because like that it's one of the more obvious grifts. Like the fact that it's Russell Brand. Like, come on. What the heck are we even doing here? It's Russell Brand, my guy. Are you as dumb as a deer? Do you have a tail? Do you get shot by hunters? Yo, do you eat quail?
Fuck Russell Brand. I'd much rather Raisin Brand.
Yes.
And hanging out with a man who isn't Russell Brand. That's the plan. I'm about to fucking hang out with this dude, Stan.
Raisin Brand, greater than Russell. Yo, I love them motherfucking Wheaties and them raisins, bro. And dried grapes, yo, they're so great. I get them in my cereal. That's what I just ate.
I gotta hustle to get away from Russell. My life's so chaotic, the hustle and bustle. Yeah, you know I'm building lots of muscle, fighting off the demons that I got fucking scheming.
Russell Brand, you gotta understand it's not your man. He only understood that this is the new plan. You pretend to be Christian and you get fans. That's just how it is over here on the internet land.
What's super annoying is I was listening to Russell Brand's fucking book when the scandal broke out. And the book is about like
Well, when was the book written? Because
it's older. It's like it was shortly after. What are you looking up, dude? I'm trying to.
Because he used to be more like radically liberal or whatever.
Yeah, he was liberal, and like he also was just like talking about sobriety. So I was like, let me hear this dude talk about. And he was like an atheist who was talking about AA, which is a Christian thing.
Mm-hmm.
So he was like mitigating the two. So I was like, okay, I want to hear this guy talk about this like program that works for a lot of people, but at the same time he doesn't buy into the Christian bullshit. So that's interesting to me. And then like halfway through the fucking shit breaks out that he's R-wording a lady. And I was like, fuck, this book still has value, but I don't know how I can continue to listen to it. And I also admired him as a communicator. I was like, this dude's very articulate.
Yeah, that is
speaks
rough.
very effectively. He dunks on reporters on YouTube, and I was just like, this is so demoralizing. But now he's fully leaned right so aggressively by embracing his which I believe is fake Christian faith.
Yeah, I do believe it's fake.
It's like a performative faith. It's insane.
The fact that he's still like using like tarot cards and stuff and whatnot. And, trying to sort of compromise with his own. Yeah, it's silly. It's silly, and anyone who is like really genuinely interested in what Russell Brand has to say about Christianity and whatnot and America. I mean, he's not even American.
Yeah,
get the hell out of
first
here.
First and foremost, get out of my country.
Listen, Forgetting Sarah Marshall, fucking awesome movie.
Yeah, Get Him to the Greek.
Get Him to the Greek. I fuck with it. They made that whole soundtrack, even though, you know, Diddy is heavily featured in that movie. It is a good movie.
Yeah, Diddy's heavily featured in a lot of things that I like the Big Papa song and music video. How You Livin', Biggie Smalls.
What are some of the other movies? Because I know
I can't think of a movie, but I can think right now he's a significant portion of an episode of It's Always Sunny. He's like a
yes, you're right.
He's a healer, like a marijuana healer, and it turns out it's just a scam.
No, I remember that. And I think he's in Belly, which is a pretty good movie.
He is depicted as a weirdo in It's Always Sunny.
Yeah, you're right.
So they do kind of touch the right angle.
That's funny. There's I wonder what is even the last movie where he acted in.
I'm surprised he didn't play himself in the movie Notorious.
And he played himself in Get Him to the Greek, didn't he?
I don't recall.
I'm pretty sure he did.
That would make sense.
Yeah. Oh, I'm in his producer credits. What am I doing? Come on.
I mean, on an unreleased episode with a guest who shall not be named, we discussed that terrible theatrical movie that he was in.
What was it?
Like where he beats his wife or some shit. It's like a very black movie.
I'm sure. Okay, so the last movie where he acted as someone who wasn't himself,
which he's been doing his whole life actually,
is this movie Draft Day with Michael Keaton, which Kevin Costner. I'm sorry, and then he was in. Who cares?
Fuck Diddy.
Fuck that. Casey Anthony was back in the news this week, which is kind of fun.
Okay, what happened?
She broke up a 20-year marriage and is now dating the husband, and living her best life, I guess.
Wait. Oh, I get it. This dude who was married broke up with his wife to be with Casey Anthony.
Yes, which not a good look.
Right. When an affair goes public and then you embrace it, that feels weird. Like, there should be a period.
And when it's with a person who murdered their daughter and got away with it.
Right. That's additionally, people change. Damn, murder and adultery. 2 of the commandments.
You're right. Yo, she's breaking all of the commandments. Yo, oh man, what did Moses send? Yo, oh my God, he's rolling over in his grave. Yo, I can't believe God ever freed the slaves.
I'm terrified because Casey Anthony is very closely coming at me, and she had someone deceased. So now she's coming to take my husband, and it's preach.
Moses handed Casey Anthony the tablets, and she was like, yo, these are all great except this and this one specifically. And then she went and fucking made history.
Casey Anthony was like, yeah, the 8 commandments are great. And he was like, it's more than 8. And she was like, nah, I'm pretty sure it's just 8. And that's why she can always relate.
Casey Anthony's Annie the nanny. They found that body in the trunk of her family.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, R.I.P. to Kaylee. Yo, she would be a beautiful baby.
I'm Casey. Yeah, I'm Lacey. Fucking.
But yeah.
Well, also,
I guess they met at the gym.
Fucked
up, right?
Was he her trainer?
Oh my God.
Trainers want to fuck. And let me just say this right now. If you're a person that goes to a gym and you see a trainer with a lady, that trainer's trying to fuck. I mean, I don't know if Casey Anthony fucked the trainer, but there's too many situations where people are fucking their trainers to where I would not allow my partner to have a trainer.
I would never date someone who was in a murder scandal. It seems as easy as that. Just, oh, you're the girl. Oh, well, we can be friends, but
What if you'd be friends with someone who?
who knows? Maybe she's good at Mario Kart.
Yeah, or maybe she's did she do how much time did she do?
She did no time. She was
Okay.
declared innocent of it, even though it was totally obvious that she did it. And there was all these lies from her end. Like,
Doing time would help me, forgive. If you paid the price, I'd be like, all right, you killed somebody, you did 10 years. I'm cool with that.
that's why people love Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I mean, also, I think Mike Tyson was like, this isn't an excuse, but Mike Tyson, I think, was psychologically fucked up to be the best fighter that ever lived. And that sort of...
There was almost a forgiveness in that level. Like, yeah, he bit a man's ear off, but he's mentally challenged.
like, he can't even speak. Come on, dude.
His glasses are hurting my face.
Could you be with somebody who has an underbite?
It would. I don't know.
Let me see if you can remember the guy that I'm talking about. The guy that we went to college with.
Underbite.
Gnarly ass, super annoying, gnarly ass underbite.
Very annoying with a horrible.
I'll give you one more hint. Blonde.
Blonde, annoying.
Fat.
Fat.
He knows who he is at this point. I forget his name, dude. He was the most annoying man that's ever lived. And he was blonde and fat. And I
wish I could remember who we're talking about.
Unfortunately encountered it, I think.
Underbites are rough. That is like you've been dealt a rough hand if you have an underbite.
Well, and I remember there was a girl that I went to high school with that had an underbite, and I had never encountered an underbite. Living in Spain for 16 years, I never encountered an underbite. And then I went to this boarding school. It must be a product of incest. I went to this boarding
like
school,
that.
and then this girl had an underbite, and I remember being like, she's kind of a baddie, but this underbite is a deal breaker.
Yeah, it's one of those.
I think anything teeth, mouth out of whack is a deal breaker for me.
It is unfortunate because it's not like it's something that they can change. It's weird. I wonder why in our brains we would see that and even think it's unattractive. You know what I mean? Like what happened where we're like, whoa, that's bad actually, and not just a normal thing that can happen.
Maybe people with an underbite are just worse at surviving.
That could be it. Like
But
it's the same thing. Same thing with like the extra gums, like when you smile.
Oh my God.
But like people are like, yo, that looks terrible. But it's really like why? Why is that such a bad thing? You know, like in my brain, I'm trying to come to terms with why.
Maybe from a survival standpoint, more gums is vulnerable.
Yeah,
so, like, you can get hurt in the gums.
Possibly, they're gonna aim for the gums.
I don't know. I'm just fucking theorizing.
Don't
here.
shoot until you see the reds of their gums.
Like, can you fix the gums thing? I don't think you can fix that.
No, I don't think you can. You can fix the underbite with surgery.
Yeah, they break your jaw and then put it into place.
Mm-hmm, something like that. That still sounds rough.
No,
like,
yeah.
A broken jaw. That's a big deal. You got to be fed through a tube or some shit.
No, yeah, I could use a broken jaw for 6 to 8 weeks.
Like, oh, so that you can lose a couple of pounds. That would be a wild way to lose some weight just because you can't. I mean, you might at that point just like get kidnapped and be forced to be in a basement or whatever.
I would survive for so long in a basement. They could keep me in a basement. This went off. Oh, it's back. Here we go. I would survive in a basement for at least fucking 6 months.
Yes,
if they gave me water,
like one meal a day, something like that. They're giving you bread and water, or whatever.
Yeah, they got me on a diet. I'm just being kidnapped for my health.
Yeah, that could be a business.
Yeah, the way that they kidnap kids and send them to like a camp to make them disciplined.
Yeah, or in the same I'm thinking of the movie Old Boy, where they had that guy kidnapped, and it was a secret organization that did that, and they were hired, and so that's a fact.
Yo, I really love that movie. Yeah, at the end, it really had me fucking Lucy. I was like, yo, I can't believe this shit happening. Kidnap me so I can lose my fat, my G.
It's either Bong Joon-ho or Park Chan-wook. I think it's Bong, but I don't know, yo. I don't want to look it up right now, but those movies do not suck. They're so good, man. Oh, man, I'm out of luck.
These Koreans got those 3-part names, single syllables, and that shit is insane. I really love that movie Parasite, and I might rewatch watch it tonight. Yeah, I like, whoa.
Ooh, I'm watching Chaser. I'm watching The Devil Inside. Yeah, you know, these Koreans, they know how to ride. Yo, when they making movies, yo, they going outside. They fucking killing it every time.
Yeah, 3-part single syllable names. That's funny.
That's a big one.
Bong Joon-ho.
But so you have your organization
Yeah.
specifically exists to kidnap and put in like in the same like in Old Boy, his accommodations weren't bad. He was in like a hotel room essentially, TV, bed, all this stuff, and you get your meals through the door.
Yeah.
And what you get locked in there. It would have to be something that you pay for. Like you're
like,
paying
don't tell me when it's happening.
Yeah.
Come and scoop me up in the middle of the night.
because it has to be consensual, of course.
It probably costs a ton of money.
And maybe they're also giving, I don't know. It's such a stupid thing to even think about, you know.
It's like that episode of The Sopranos. I think it's like season 6, where Phil Leotardo is like trying to get his nephew to act more manly because his nephew is like painting his nails and being goth, and he's like, be a real man, a masculine man. And then eventually they sign him up for one of those camps in Utah, and they come to scoop him up in the middle of the night. There was a point in my life where I thought that those camps were a good thing. Like, these kids need a good, stiffening up of the upper lip. But no, though, that was an insanely traumatizing thing that they did to Chet Hanx. Paris Hilton went through it too. Although Chet turned out all right, I think he did that white boy summer thing, but I think he's sober now.
He's doing all right.
He's sober and he's going to the gym, and I think he's in a show. He's in like a fucking reality TV show. I don't know. I'm kind of
randomly in that show The Judge with Bryan Cranston. He randomly shows up as like a drug addict for a couple of episodes, and he like fucks up some deal because he does all the drugs or some shit. He played that role well.
Yeah, no, I think he's got it in him. I just don't know where the main source of his money is coming from. Is Tom just like everything's taken care of?
It does. Well, I did hear that this was like a couple of years ago when he was first doing his antics that were getting him to go viral. That Tom had cut him off at that point when he was doing his Jamaican accent on the red carpet and shit. But I do think that he has other venues. Of course he does, and he'll probably act still. Like it's an acting family.
Can you look up how does Chet Hanx make money? You think we'll find an answer? I love White Boy Summer. That's like, I'm such a big fan of that song.
It's not bad.
It's just funny when like a dude can just like sort of jump into rap real quick. Then he's in a show. Then he's jacked, tatted. Like he's kind of a lazy Renaissance man.
You're right. It's just good and just famous enough and aware enough about how certain things work.
Oh, you know what? I think Chet Hanx got sold. I think click on the Vice article. No, go back. Click on the Vice article. Because I think he got sold by Wes Watson, which is this ClickFunnels life coach. I've talked to you about Wes Watson before. He basically sells coaching and motivation on like he runs ads and then he sells people on YouTube and shit like that. So I think he sold Chet Hanx a program for like $5,000, $7,000, $10,000, and then the program teaches you how to sell other people, and it's just like this endless cycle where we all become coaches. We're all coaches and we're all making $900,000 a year coaching.
Pyramid scheme for coaching.
Click on the volume. Let me hear the volume.
Yeah, I was just gonna tell you that.
About life. Big questions. And how do I stay in shape? And how do I quit vaping?
Let's just say for the next 30 days,
Shut this down.
2 videos at once.
all in with everything.
Hi, I'm John, and I have a lot of questions about life. Big questions. And how do I stay in shape? And how do I quit vaping? And how do I find love?
Where's Chet?
I need a life coach.
Here we go.
But with so many great options out there, it's tough to know who to turn to. Then I found Chet Hanx.
Big up the whole island, massive. It's that boy Chet.
Now you might know Chet as the son of Tom Hanks,
Hot boy, white boy summer.
but the Chet I found is so much more.
Look, he's jacked now,
See,
dude.
Chet recently became a self-help guru. He even started his own program
Hanx
called
Fit.
Hanx Fit.
If
Yeah.
you're good on this shit,
Okay,
then
stop.
DM me your number.
Stop. Okay. Minimize it and then go to like a new tab and just look up Hanx Fit. I swear to God, you can pay like $6 grand to have Chet Hanx gently hold your hand and walk you through a fitness plan so you can be the man. And at the end of it, you be getting to make money, man.
I got Chet Hanx directing me to do planks. That's just how it is. I said thanks. Thanks for being my personal trainer. Hiring Chet Hanx is a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer, getting Chet Hanx as your trainer. Yeah, you know if you don't, you're probably a lame nerd. I can tell the format of this website was designed by ClickFunnels every single night.
You
Why?
get 20% off if you are a white boy. That's just how it is. You should not try to be annoyed.
Oh.
It's just Chet Hanx. That's just how that dude rolls, yo. Hanx Fit, yo, I'm sold, bro.
Let me guess, the price is $47.97 or $9.97. Scroll to the bottom. Scroll to the bottom. Or click Let's Get It.
Let's get it. Tap to join the club.
Scroll down. Where's the price? Ah, damn, I was wrong about the 97 thing.
Way more expensive than that.
$2.99 a month, bro. I guarantee you, go to clickfunnels.com. This is ClickFunnels. This is like the internet scam of the world, and this is how it works. You've all seen this. You already had it. You had it. It was the first link. You already found it. It's right there. It's the first one. It's basically a website. ClickFunnels sells you a website to sell other people online knowledge products.
Ty Lopez. That's all you need to know.
Yeah,
Once you
that's
see
it.
that guy's face.
I literally was sold to ClickFunnels on how to sell beats online. And we can't, here's the problem. We can't all make $50,000 a month selling courses online. That's not how the world works. Somebody has to go work at Google. Mm-hmm. Somebody has to fucking be a plumber. Like, this shit is so annoying. And I get that, like, maybe it works for some people, but what kind of course would you sell?
It would probably be about like the carbonated drinks, making the best, your own custom flavors, and maybe I don't know.
Low key, that's money, dude.
There we go.
Fucking $2.99 a month.
Everything that I have a wealth of knowledge of, I know that there's someone else more qualified to actually teach that shit. So I don't even have it in me to teach.
But
really.
like, why would you buy a course?
No, probably not.
Not from a random dude on a website.
Especially if it was something if it's a course related to something that I know I could do myself, like fitness, or something creative, then no. But like, maybe if it was about like friggin' selling solar or something.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing. If this person is so rich doing whatever they're telling you that you can do, the biggest problem is when they're selling you on how to get rich. Here's a course on how to do what I do and get rich. If you're rich, why are you selling me this? Isn't your business already successful? Why do you need to sell me a course on how to get rich if you're already rich? If what you're doing is already working, why am I buying a course from you? You should be like just chilling, making money.
Well, I mean, that's what like Tim Robbins does, right?
Tony Robbins.
Tim Robbins is much cooler.
Here's the thing with Tony Robbins. He is at least investing a ton of money into what he's doing. Like, he has a giant studio, thousands of people on staff. Like, he's doing this big thing, and he is like showing up in person doing the thing.
He didn't show up to yours in person.
Right,
bro.
but he was like in person at the studio, like doing the thing for 3 days. Fucking Chet filmed 20 videos and he resells them to fucking however many people a month.
I like how he has fucking on his website. Click the fucking link below.
No, yeah, listen, now we've seen his website, right? Google Watson Fit right now. Google Watson Fit. It's literally the same exact thing.
You think like you're talking about how the website looks?
Yeah, no, he is mimicking. Yeah, there it is. It's the first thing. Boom. No, not that. Watson, weswatson.com. Look at this.
I mean, it looks a little better than his page.
But look, the format.
It is, yeah.
And now there's a video somewhere. Keep scrolling, because the video is what sells you. Yeah, see, the whole thing is like, and then there's
So much reading, man.
It's
You got to be in a bad place. Like it's almost like this is the equivalent of like what a Bible might be. Like if you're in such a bad place and you go to your Bible and to seek refuge or something.
Yeah.
You go to this website and you're like, oh, maybe I can get like Wes Watson or something, and then my life won't be so trashy.
It's just a problem because there's your boy, dude. Justin listens to this guy, fucking Bedros, the guy that Watson is with in the photo. It's like another fucking. But fucking Bedros has a business. I think he has like a real estate business. Anyways, I'm pissed at fake entrepreneurs online who don't own businesses and don't sell actual products. They're just like, it's annoying.
More like a non-entrepreneur, am I right? Yo, you click funneling, I'm not buying it. Yo, I'm not trying it. I'm not going to your website and clicking on anything. You can't funnel me, man. You can't do it, my dang.
The only reason I know that they are scheming is because I bought it once because I was greedy. I wanted to be like fucking Chet, Chet Hanx. Yeah, I wanted to make bank.
I want to be like Hanx, Fit, and Watson. That's just how it is, yo. I'm always flossing on the beat and my muscles are not discreet because I get personal training every week.
I get personal training weekly, yeah, and I do it repeatedly so that I got giant fucking deltoids. Yeah, you know I smell, I need the Altoid.
Rolling down Wilson and Wes Watson, yeah, you know it's the best. And I got Chet, Hank in my ear, yeah, you know, getting real swole over here.
If you don't make $3 million a month, then you're a fucking loser cunt.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally something I've heard Wes Watson say. He went on No Jumper and it's just like you can watch, just Google Wes Watson No Jumper. Not
That's
you.
why good people don't give a shit about Wes Watson.
No, it's
most people will turn will be like, all right, that guy sucks. Never gonna listen to that guy again.
No, yeah. Well, I mean, the problem is he has like this really cool
Website?
prison content. There's a lot of interesting prison content.
Can't be as good as Big Herc.
I think he was on Big Herc.
Big Herc is hilarious.
Yeah, dude. Prison content is the best, and it like. The genuine fear that you feel, like, I need to not go to prison.
Also, saying punk when they really want to say the F slur, you know what I mean? But they got to get that YouTube monetization.
No, yeah, you got to watch out. Fucking prison, dude. I don't want to go.
No, yeah, Blueface, man. I mean, like we said, he'll probably be fine.
Well, I think that maybe that's why he's beefing up. So that he can be more intimidating in prison. You can't be skinny in prison.
But I mean, doesn't mean he has to have shitty hair.
Get a lineup.
Someone get this guy lined up, for God's sake.
Click the first one. Speaking of a guy who's looking different. Okay, here we go. Boom.
Wow. Okay.
Click on the first photo. Look at that.
Why is he dressed like a fucking woman? That's kind of strange.
No, yeah, you're right.
He's dressed like Hillary Clinton now.
For the listeners, we're looking at a photo of. I'm going to put this in the description. We're looking at a photo of Dave Bautista, who is notoriously jacked, seemingly having lost at least 40 pounds of muscle mass. That's what happens when you stop taking Trenbolone, guys. You can't What is it? What are you doing? Your own personal research over there?
I'm trying to figure something out. Like
he was taking steroids and then he stopped taking steroids. This is literally what happened. There's no way you go from. Go to the first photo. Look at his enormous traps.
Yeah,
like his neck transitions into his shoulders seamlessly, and now he looks like my dad.
Yes, which you'd think that. I think it's maybe just this photo. It almost looks like he doesn't have any muscle anymore, but that's not. There's no way that's the thing. You don't lose all your muscle.
You can still tell that he's like lean and like his neck has like. You can tell that he's got some muscle on him, but still, he is significantly smaller. And I guarantee you, and this is a common thing. If you hear people talk about it, dudes who are this jacked into their 50s, it becomes like dangerous. Like The Rock is going to have a heart attack or he's going to deflate in a couple years. In a couple years, you're going to see The Rock being the shell of a man that he is because it's like too dangerous to be that big at that age. And like your heart just gets enlarged.
I was thinking about like, do you think that Arnold Schwarzenegger's still taking
No,
steroids?
look up Arnold now.
Because Arnold isn't small.
No, but like he's not. Jay Cutler is bigger than Arnold now. Jay Cutler was the Olympia champ like multiple years, and he's bigger than. Yeah. Look at the first one.
He's still huge, though. You know what I mean? Obviously,
He's still like 6 foot, but he's not like
right. That is.
He's not like.
I guess. And also he's way older than Dave Bautista too.
Yeah,
so
he's. I think Arnold's in his 70s. But look
Yeah.
up Jay Cutler now. Jay Cutler now and then. Jay Cutler he was like Mr. Olympia, I think, in the early 2000s, and now he's still big. Oh no, it's Jay, my dude, Jacked Cutler. Anyways, I don't know if this is super interesting to the. Oh my God, this is terrible, dude. J space Cutler. There we go. Before and after, something like that. Or then versus now. There we go. Actually, he looks pretty big still.
He's still on steroids. That's why.
Well, I think so. He went from being like on a ton of steroids to just being on like a standard amount. Actually, yeah, you're right.
It is insane.
He's
Like that. It's crazy that you can't. It's not possible to get there naturally, but there are drugs that you could take to get there naturally. It's almost like superhero serum. It just doesn't work instantly. You also have to put in the work yourself.
Oh yeah. Like it takes like a lot of work, but
it's like this is what they gave Captain America, except it worked instantly.
Yeah.
He didn't have to go to the gym to make it
fucking
work
for 3 years.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. It takes a lot of time. Yeah, see, now he looks like a normal jack dude.
Nah, that's still steroids as hell.
It's from having been on steroids before. So he retained a lot of the muscle from before, but now he looks like a very jacked guy. He doesn't look superhuman, though.
Fair enough. I miss Smaller Rock. That was when his movies were actually decent, like Walking Tall and The Rundown. Friggin' good stuff.
I think you feel too good when you're that jacked. Your ego gets so, but you're like, I'm so jacked, it's crazy.
But it also has the notoriety to match it. Like, also one of the most famous people on the planet.
Super jacked and famous and rich and successful and like, still kind of a dum-dum. But it's like endearing, right? But you don't usually. I want a jacked neuroscientist.
Well, I heard that the Rogan interview that he did like a year ago or whatever was very like curated, like
crisis management style.
Like there was a bunch of topics that weren't allowed to be discussed, and there were topics that were that he had to talk about. Like there was in order to get The Rock on, like you need to bring this up or whatever. Like it was almost more curated than what it would normally be.
Yeah, well, it kind of puts Rogan's credibility in question because it's like, yo, you're always saying that. Because, I mean, Elon comes on there and smokes weed and orders pizza and says weird shit. So you think, oh, anybody who comes on here is going to be real.
Well, part of me thinks that maybe The Rock's team recognizes that Rogan can be a little controversial. So when he goes on his show, there can't be no vaccine talk, of course.
Or trans talk.
Yeah, none of that. Keep that shit to yourself.
He's like, I need to appeal to a very broad audience still. I can't be like doing all of this.
A lot of
shit.
my fans are 15 or have the IQ of 15-year-olds.
Yeah, I mean, it sucks that there's got to be a balance between jackness and intelligence. Like, I feel like if you can find a happy... You see these people who are like so fucking gorgeous and beautiful. You're like, there's no way you're going to be able to continue to... Like, if you're revealing your fitness in public, you're too fit to function as a normal person anymore.
What do you mean by revealing? Oh, you're talking about like a dramatic photo before and after, like,
or like even just walking around in public, like instead of just wearing a t-shirt, you're wearing like a very tight tank top and like you're like very like showing how. I mean, I get it. That's why you're that jacked, but your priorities shift into the. I want to be that jacked, but I don't want to be an asshole about it. I want to just be jacked.
I think, but I don't necessarily think it's even being an asshole about it. I do think like super tight shirts on muscle men is like, you know what you're doing, but even the thing is they could wear a size up and still looked jacked.
And
you know what I mean?
And then you're not like telling the world that you're a dick about being jacked.
Yeah.
Or like chicks who are like super fucking bad, and you're like, I mean, obviously it's not.
You put him in a pantsuit like what Dave Bautista was wearing in that last photo. Pantsuit and pearls.
Dave Bautista was looking weird.
He's dressing like business class Marge Simpson in that photo.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess if I was a woman and I was super hot, it would kind of stress me out to dress provocatively, because then you're walking around in the world just like getting stared at.
It's a thing, and you know, I'm sure if we had a woman on the pod right now, she'd be able to comment on that. But I say we maybe don't.
Maybe we don't have women on the pod, is what you're saying? No, I just think it's funny because
is it scary to wear what you want on a regular basis?
I would just never. I would never dress attractive. It would be like fucking baggy sweaters and shit. And I also think that it's even women who aren't outstandingly attractive. If they just dressed moderately attractive, they're gonna get fucking attacked socially. Possibly.
Did we already go through all yours? I think we went through all mine as well.
Well, I think we did a pretty good job this week.
I'm down to get a little wrap up going.
Thanks for listening, guys. If you're watching on YouTube, like and subscribe, leave a comment. If you want to support the show, if you enjoyed this, you probably enjoyed the content over at patreon.com/Dome with Bamfomania. $5 a month, early access, bonus content, behind the scenes. I'm gonna fucking put the link of all the beats and the shit that we talked about in the description. So if
that's a good idea.
Curious about any of that, the doc is in the description. Just go check it out. Anything else, my dude?
No, man. Stay cool out there. It's a hot one.
Yeah, I'm gonna run home.